Yo, it's the coach checking in. It's currently a Thursday morning, and if you haven't heard, it's the anniversary of the iPhone today, 10-year anniversary of the iPhone. Huge times. Got a little question to ask you. What were you doing 10 years ago today? Did you have one of these? How's it changed your life? Pretty big, eh? Huge change made by the iPhone, first smartphone to be popular on a global scale and be accessible to a lot of different people. Obviously then Android came in, lots of other people joined the market, but essentially this thing right here that I'm filming off of was unthinkable 10 years ago. So I remember when I had the Nokia, I had this other little orange thing. It was amazing if you could take a photo. Ridiculous. Phones that can take photos today, that's absolute standard. You're looking for all sorts these days, vid, cracking audio, all sorts of internet on phones. Who would have thought? Unthinkable, but we smashed it in 10 years. Huge change to the market, huge change to the way we operate. Everybody's on their phones these days. You look at people walking down the streets, they're on their phones, checking things out on the internet, doing stuff, executing. Huge opportunity, massive access to everybody else through this thing I've got in my hand. So think about it. What do you think the next 10 years is going to look like? What's it going to be? Try to anticipate, try to predict, and do stuff about it. Make sure you're using this thing in the right way. Make sure you're using it to move you forward, as opposed to just being some cog that is basically at the mercy of anything anybody puts on this device. Your attention is just going to be taken, used, chucked out the other side, and that's going to be it. Whereas those people who invest, who really think about how they're using it, where they're putting their time and attention, playing for the long term, doing all the basic exam coach principles that I'm always pushing 24/7, they're going to crack on. They're going to see differences. They're going to see results. It's as simple as that. So I'd highly encourage you to get stuck in. Think about how you're using this thing. Think about how it can add value. And yeah, here's to the next 10 years. It's going to be huge. My prediction is, I'll give you two. One, apps will disappear. I think that it's just going to be a seamless experience. It's going to be a blank screen. There'll probably be some voice AI assistant that will just help you out with everything and already know what you want. They've got to collect data on that. For the moment, we've got to go out there, search and find what we want. The serving of content in front of us isn't good enough, I don't think, at the moment. That's why I'm so big on your attention, because I think a lot of the platforms are taking it for a very cheap price, and it's screwing you over because you're not actually able to focus on what you really need and want to do. The second thing is, I think that the phone as we know it might disappear. This is a big one. Maybe. It might turn into something else, like a little bit of wearable technology that's somehow able to carry out all the functionality of a mobile device, but isn't going to be this, thin piece of, plastic and glass, I guess, in your pocket. It's going to be, could be foldable, or it could be just something you wear and it pops up in like a hologram, so it doesn't actually take up any physical space. It's all just in the air, in the web. Real tech vibes. Love it. Anyway, have a cracker. I'm going to go and smash a day for VaynerMedia. Should be cracking. Get a little 20 mins in before that. A little bit of stress relief. And then I'll be set to go. Have a cracker.